The phone vibrated like it had something to confess. I was standing in a rental kitchen that smelled of bleach and old coffee, staring at a window that didn't belong to me. Snow pressed against the glass. Somewhere outside, a train screamed through the dark. The screen lit up. Unknown number. Then again. And again. I didn't answer. I let it ring until the vibration died, then watched the notification stack itself into a small, accusing tower. 107 missed calls. The last voicemail came through anyway. They always do. Her voice was older, thinner. It carried the weight of time like a bad habit she never kicked. "Please," she said, "I know you can hear this. I just need to see you, just once." I felt nothing. That was the part that surprised me. 15 years earlier, she'd watched me stand on the shoulder of a highway with a duffel bag and a dead phone, her friends howling with laughter as the car disappeared into the heat. "Let's see if he can make it back." They thought it was funny. I never came back. The voicemail ended. Silence reclaimed the room. I poured myself a glass of water. My hand didn't shake. The phone vibrated once more. A text this time. "I found you." I finally smiled. People think abandonment happens loudly, screaming, tears, a final dramatic look over the shoulder. They're wrong. It happens quietly, in pieces. It starts with laughter that lasts a second too long, a shared glance you're not invited into, the way a decision gets made without your presence ever being considered necessary. The trip was her idea, a reset, a weekend away with her friends, crossing state lines, drinking cheap wine, pretending we were still new. I remember the moment it shifted. We stopped for gas. I went inside for water and aspirin. When I came back out, the car doors were already closing. Her face was in the passenger seat, window down, smile wide. "Relax," she said. "We're just messing with you." The car pulled away. Her friends were laughing so hard they were crying. I stood there longer than I should have, long enough for the laughter to fade into distance, long enough to realize no one was turning around. My phone had no signal, then no battery. I waited. Night came. Morning followed. I walked until my feet bled. I slept behind a diner. I borrowed a phone from a man who looked at me like I was already a ghost. When I finally reached home days later, the apartment was empty. No note, no apology, just absence, arranged neatly like a decision. Years later, I learned the truth in fragments. Mutual friends who avoided my eyes, a job application that accidentally revealed a new last name, a social media photo of her hand on someone else's chest, a ring catching the light. She told people I left. She told them I disappeared, and they believed her. I didn't chase her. That's what she never understood. I rebuilt quietly. Different state, different name, different posture. I learned how to watch without being seen, how to collect without reaching. I tracked her life the way a surgeon studies scans, detached, precise. Marriage number 2 didn't last, neither did 3. She kept the same circle of friends. Loyalty built on shared guilt is hard to break. I pulled phone records, public ones, old ones. I saw the calls made the night she left me stranded. Not to the police, not to me, to him, the man who would become her next husband within 6 months. I pulled bank statements, the hotel charge from that same night. 2 beds, 1 room, different city. I never confronted her. I didn't need to. The truth doesn't require permission to exist. I waited. 15 years passed. Then she found me, a private investigator, a traceable lease, a mistake I allowed. The calls started slow, polite, then desperate. Voicemails piled up, messages layered with regret she practiced carefully. "I was young. I thought you'd come back. I didn't know it would ruin you." I listened to every one. I felt none of it. When she finally stood outside my door, older than I remembered, eyes hollowed by time, I let the silence answer first. I invited her in. She cried immediately. That part was real, I could tell. "I never stopped thinking about you," she said. I handed her a folder. She opened it with shaking hands. Phone records, dates, locations, the hotel receipt, a timeline so clean it felt surgical. Her breath caught. "I know," I said. My voice didn't rise. "About him, about the lie, about what you told everyone." She collapsed into the chair like gravity had finally remembered her. "I was going to tell you," she whispered. "No," I said, "you weren't." Silence stretched, thick, suffocating. She looked up at me, eyes wide, searching for anger. I gave her none. "That night," I continued, "you didn't leave me stranded as a joke. You left because you were already gone." Her mouth opened, closed. The truth settled between us like a body. "I didn't come back," I said, "because you didn't deserve to see the damage." Her tears fell faster. She reached for me. I stepped back. "I let you live with your version," I continued. "I let you tell the story where you were the abandoned one. I let people pity you." She shook her head. "What do you want from me?" I smiled then, small, controlled. "Nothing." I walked to the door and opened it. "I just wanted you to know," I said, "that I never needed revenge. Your life did that for me." She stood there, broken, exposed, finally seen. I didn't watch her leave. I closed the door. The phone hasn't vibrated since. No calls, no messages, no apologies left to send. I poured the rest of the water down the sink and watched it disappear. 15 years ago, she thought leaving me stranded would break me. What it did was teach me how to walk away without looking back. Some people wait for closure. I built mine, and this time I didn't answer.